24. Okay. People time to come in. Hey, Aisha and Adrian. Welcome, you guys. I'm just giving people time to come in. Hey, guys. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you guys for joining in live. Hi from Germany. Hi, Mona. What time is it in Germany right now? Because it's like 8:30-ish here in the central time zone. New Year, everybody. Everybody's like super excited for the new year. We're going to talk New Year stuff at the end when I get to rambling, but we're going to get to this recap first and foremost. I'm just writing the couples' names down so I don't forget anybody and giving people time to come in. As you come in, just go ahead and like the video, you know. Colt and Larissa. So, alarm, girl. I hope you don't have to go to work in the morning. Ooh, how do you say that? Filson? Filson. Did I say that correct? Filson? Where's the accent? Is it Filson or Filson? I think it's Filson. That sounds better. Jonathan, Fernanda, Ashley, and Jay, Colt, and Larissa. Who am I missing? Filson. Got it. Okay. Or Filson. Filson. Okay. Wilson. Gotcha. Okay. Filson. Why can't I think of the rest? Oh, Kalani and Asuelu. Steven, Olga. Who am I missing? I have 5 couples. I'm missing one. Yeah, I got Jonathan, Fernanda, Ashley, and Jay, Colt and Larissa, Kalani and Asuelu, Steven, Olga. Who is the 6th couple? You cooked early so you wouldn't miss me. Thank you. Y'all are the best. Y'all are like, that's really sweet. It warms my heart. I got Ashley and Jay already. I'm missing somebody. For some reason, it's blanking. I can't. Thank you. Thank you. Is Mama Rita? All right, so now I got everybody. Okay, so I think it's been 3-ish minutes. I'm not gonna go in. I might, but let me just give a disclaimer. As you guys come in at some point, please like the video if you like it already. So I'm pretty much studying around the clock at this point. I'm not going to be doing lives every week forever, but I don't mind the live videos because I feel like I'm talking about the show with my friends. Like we're having a conversation. It's not just me talking, coming up with my own thoughts and ideas, and then editing it and then giving it to you later. It's like real. Why? Okay. I don't know. Okay, so I just made the executive decision to disconnect from Wi-Fi and go to my data. So hopefully everything, you guys are back on. Can I see comments? No. Okay. Okay, I think I'm back on. My Wi-Fi like had a glitch and I just disconnected from it because I don't have time. PhDs in biostatistics. It's statistics that is in the public health, under the public health umbrella. So we do like clinical trials, health studies, anything, surgery, like anything to do with medicine. So it sounds a lot fancier than it is. It's just statistics. For some reason, when people hear bio, that makes me think I'm like a doctor or something. Like, no, not a doctor. Not a medical doctor, that is. Okay. So Happy New Year, everybody. So who would you guys like to talk about first? We got Jonathan, Fernanda. We can get the boring ones out of the way. Save the juicy ones for the end. We can start with the juicy ones. I'm going to tip the phone up just a little bit. That's better. I feel like you can see me better. I think boring out of the way first. I agree. Okay, let's go ahead and do Jonathan and Fernanda then, because I mean, you can't get much more boring than those two. Okay, so my only thing with Jonathan and Fernanda was okay. We'll do Kalani and Asuelu next. Um, okay, so Jonathan and Fernanda. Okay, so their wedding was cute. It was real simple. They got married like outside at a park somewhere. It was real simple. The thing that really surprised me was that Fernanda did not wear the wedding dress that we saw her wear on the whole episode where she tried on the wedding dresses with Jonathan's mom and sister. She didn't wear that because she said she wanted to save that. Apparently, they're going to have a big wedding in Mexico later. Who knows when, but later they're going to have a big wedding in Mexico. So she's saving that dress for then. And she decided to wear just a white, like, looked like it came from Rue 21 or Rainbow or Forever 21 or any of the other 21 stores. It was plain, but I mean, I get her point. She was like, this wasn't her dream wedding. It was, well, it was a blame wedding. She was like, I'm not wasting my good dress on this. So, that's fine. I get her point. So she still looked cute. She looked beautiful, as usual. Somebody said Jonathan's brother was cute. He was. Yeah, I think the brother officiated the wedding. Ooh, dots. We don't have that down here. I've never heard of dots, but I'm assuming it's similar to all the other stores I named. Yeah, the ceremony was boring. The one thing that I did make note of is that Cece didn't come. So apparently Jonathan was telling some lie about his grandmother being sick and that was the reason why his mom didn't show up to the weddings because that the grandmother had to be taken care of. You mean to tell me you could leave the grandmother at the hospital or wherever she was for a couple hours? For a couple hours while you go to your son's wedding? I mean, I I don't. I mean, I don't know what kind of caregiver she's being for her mom, but it just didn't ring true to me. It sounded like a lie. She's been against the wedding the whole time, and then all of a sudden, conveniently, somebody's sick to where she can't come to the wedding when she's been against it. It just didn't make sense to me. I feel like that was the story that she just made up so she could bow out of going to the wedding. I think it's funny because Fernanda posted an Instagram post like right after that whole episode with the meeting with the mom and how it all went south. She made it sound like everybody was friends and oh, don't let that episode fool you. We have a great relationship, blah blah blah. But she didn't even come to your wedding. So I'm like, when did the relationship become good? Was it after airing it? Like at the end of the complete show? I don't understand why she even posted that. And then the woman didn't even show up to your wedding. That woman don't like you and she don't like y'all together. So that's my thoughts on Cece, which is Jonathan's mother, not showing up to the wedding. She didn't want to come because she's against them getting married. I don't think it had anything to do with the grandmother. I honestly don't. Yeah. Anybody else have any thoughts? That's basically it for them. Oh, I guess I should give since it's the season finale, I guess I should give my final thoughts on each couple, like with them in the future, blah, blah, blah. So without giving away spoilers, because some stuff has been happening with those two recently here. My personal thoughts, I think that Jonathan and Fernanda will more than likely stay together for a few years. I give them a few years. They're definitely not going to be together till the end of time. I think Fernanda's fieriness I think Jonathan's going to get tired of that because she's pretty explosive. I think that's going to get old for him, but she might mature as she gets older, so it could change. But my phone's slowly moving, but I just don't see her changing. Try to put something there to keep it from moving. That'll help. I don't see it changing, and I just see her getting on his nerves as time goes on. But yeah, so that was basically it for Jonathan and Fernanda. Nothing really went on with them this week. So I say we move on. Does anybody else have any thoughts, any comments, anything that they want me to mention that I may have forgotten? Yeah. I mean, you guys want me to talk about spoilers? Or you want to research that on your own? Go to Instagram, Reddit, whatever, wherever 90 Day Tea is being poured, and you can look what's going on with Jonathan in real time. Because y'all are like, spoilers. Okay, so apparently Jonathan and Fernanda have split in real time. They're with somebody said no, don't talk about the spoilers. Late, I already said it. Close your ears or go walk out the room for like a minute. But apparently there was a post that was going around like the 90 Day sites that was saying that They like she was asking for his forgiveness after the split or something. But apparently their relationship is on the rocks. I'll just say that. I don't know necessarily that they are divorced legally, but their relationship is rocky at the moment. And that's all I'll say. You guys can look up the rest yourself if you want to know the in depth. I try not to do spoilers on my show, on my channel, because we're just talking about the episode. Okay, so I think that's it for Jonathan and Fernanda. Ooh, just like maybe 5-6 minutes. That was too long anyway for them. Let's move on to. I think somebody said Kalani and Asuelu. What was fast? Me talking about them? Girl, there was nothing to talk about. I had to go fast. There wasn't nothing to tell. Did not like about Kalani and Asuelu segment this week is the fact that they were trying to do this whole build up and make it look as if her father was going to object to the wedding. They kept like playing this dramatic music, like dun 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 dun, and being like, well, if dad finds out about the wedding, then he's gonna object, and like trying to build up this drama that I knew wasn't there and I knew was not going to happen. I knew nobody was gonna object to this wedding. It was gonna go off without a hitch. It was just to make it exciting, and it wasn't exciting. It was like trying to make something boring exciting, and it just wasn't working for me. Kalani's mom and sister, and I guess a couple of her friends are the only ones who know that she's pregnant. Her father, Lo, does not know that she's pregnant yet. And they were scared to tell him because they were scared he's going to object. I'm like, why is her pregnant objecting to what does that have to do with the wedding? They already have a child. I said this last week. They already have a child together. So I don't understand why a pregnancy would be like, I object to this union because you got my daughter pregnant. Yeah, he already got her pregnant once before. This is old news. So I don't understand why. I mean, I could see him being mad, but objecting to I can see him leaving maybe out of objecting to the wedding over her being pregnant. When they were like, does anybody object to this wedding? They like went to a commercial. I'm like, stop trying to create suspense where there is none. Okay, we knew that nobody was going to object to that wedding. Colini tried to say that she wanted to stand up and her legs got weak or something. I don't know. This family is ridiculous. They are, oh my God, a whole bunch of them. Kalani looked nice. I mean, Kalani's a pretty woman anyway, so she looked nice. Her dress was simple. It fit her body type. I mean, she's pregnant, so it was a simple dress. Yeah, TLC tried to insult our intelligence this season. I think it kind of did. But yeah, Kalani looked nice. Asuelu looked like Asuelu. Did Kalani have a miscarriage? I have not heard anything of Kalani's miscarriage, so I cannot confirm nor deny that information. I haven't heard. What else? Yeah, nothing. I mean, they got married. The one thing I thought was weird, which is a testament to my thoughts earlier in the season, was that Kalani doesn't really like Asuelu. Did y'all see the part where they were like having their confessional at the end? And I guess Asuelu, we couldn't see, but Asuelu had his hand on her butt or maybe like really low on her back. And Kalani was like, "Butt, what are you doing?" First of all, we couldn't even see where his hand was because they were filming from the front. You couldn't see anything. Second, is that not your husband? Like, why can't your husband touch your butt? Like, what's the problem? If he has his hand on my butt while we're, like, for her to, like, snap at him like that and be like, get your hand off me, that girl don't like that man. That's my final thoughts on that couple. Kalani trapped herself. I'm going back to my original thought like 3 weeks ago when I said Kalani trapped herself. She was trying to be a hoe real quick. She was a virgin. She was trying to like, jump into her whole moment, and she didn't know how to jump correctly, and she done jumped into 2 pregnancies like an idiot. And so now she's basically stuck with a man that she don't really like. Because there's no way that my husband has his hand on the back of my butt and I'm gonna be like, don't get your hand off my butt. Now I can see we was at church or something talking to the pastor standing right there. Okay, but like you're doing an interview on your wedding day. Nobody can see behind you. That girl does not like him. No, she jumped into a whole moment and messed up and got pregnant, and then was like, "Dang, I gotta try to make this work." How long do I think they will last? They got kids, so I think that they're gonna try to stick it out. I think they'll last longer than some of the other couples. I don't know how long, maybe 5, maybe 10 years. I don't know, but it's definitely not a forever thing. But I do give them longer than like Jonathan, Fernanda, or somebody like that because they have kids together. It just makes it different when you got kids. But I think Kalani will eventually get tired of Asuelu. Yep. Any other questions? I give them 5 max. Yeah. I give it a year. Ooh, a year? Would a baby even be born? Well, yeah, I guess the baby will be like the baby will be like 3 months old or something. It could be a year. It could be 1. It could be 5. It could be 10. I really don't know. Season. I never saw them kiss once. I think they did kiss. That episode that they got into an argument. Remember, or it wasn't an argument, but when it was like right after Kalini left when she visited them, and then she. No, we haven't done Jay and Ashley yet. It was where Kalini had just left and they talked about, her fears for not wanting to marry him. And I think after like he cried and she cried, I think they did kiss. So they have kissed, but I just don't feel like a super, like for them to be that, for the relationship to be as fresh as it is, like to be in the honeymoon phase. And I just don't feel that from them. He gets on her. Yeah, he does get on her nerves. I definitely agree. I think his naivety annoys her. Like she's not patient with him because she's patient with him. She's just annoyed by it. Asuelu's going to leave her. That's possible. Could happen. I mean, yeah, he could. You're very good, very. I don't know what that means. She tolerates him. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Any other thoughts? I think we're all in agreement that Kalani does not really love Asuelu. She tolerates him, and that their relationship could last anywhere from 5 to 7 to 10, maybe years. Somebody said 1. I think it's gonna be longer than a year though. I think because Asuelu likes he likes children and he loves his kids, and so I think that's gonna keep Asuelu around. Kalani, I don't know. I think she's just gonna get tired of him and just be like, "This isn't working, so I think we should get a divorce." That's what she's gonna do. Dress opinion. Yeah. I mean, Kalani, she look regular. Her hair's pretty and her face is beautiful. But that's about it. Kalani's made up kind of like a refrigerator. She's got a long back. That was the thing I wanted to note of. Because when she was like, "Get your hand off my butt," I was like, "Girl, what butt? Your back?" Okay. So we have done so far. If you're just tuning in, we are starting with the boring and kind of working our way up. So we did Jonathan Fernand already. We just finished Kalani and Asuelu. Once he learns America and these hoish women, he out. That's possible. Okay, so let's move on to Steven and Olga because they weren't doing much this episode either. So Steven and Olga, basically was there anything besides him leaving that I'm forgetting? Basically, it was just Steven's goodbye. So Steven has applied for the K-1 visa at this point, later than he said he did, but he has applied now. And so now his 2 months in Russia has come to an end, and he is at the airport saying goodbye to Olga and baby Richie. And I saw a lot of people on Twitter who were saying things like, "Oh, Olga's crying tears of joy," and blah blah. No, Olga likes Steven, y'all. As much as y'all want her to hate him, and as much as we all dislike him, that's that woman's man. She likes him a lot. I can tell. Like she likes Steven a lot, and she wants their relationship to work. She was worried that he just wanted the baby and not her. Like that terrified her. She was nervous that Steven was only in Russia for the baby and not for their relationship, and that made her nervous. How can you tell? I I mean, just based on the show and also the things that have happened after the show, it's like every single episode when people would be ripping Steven to shreds, Olga would be on social media defending him, talking about this is our relationship and it's our business and you can it's not your place to say and blah blah blah. I mean, she ride or die. She stand by her man. So, that's her prerogative. And then as of they are still together. Um so that's basically it for the episode. I'm just going to talk about things I know about the couple and then my final thoughts. They're still together as of right now. He just posted that I think on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, one or the other, that Olga's K1 visa got approved. So Olga is going to be coming over here to the U.S. Steven has started a GoFundMe. I don't know the link for it, honestly. I'm sorry, but yeah, Steven started a GoFundMe. That's a total. The goal is $15,000, and it's supposedly for just life expenses. Raising a baby. He said he didn't know how much a whole baby costs. Apparently, it's approximately $15,000 because that's how much his GoFundMe page is for. Um, my thoughts on this couple. I think, like I said a couple weeks ago, Olga really wants a family. Olga doesn't have a family. She's an orphan. And I think that she's willing to take Steven's crap in order to have a man and the baby and the picket fence and the dog. And I think she wants that sort of family dream. But God bless her. I mean, I hope that Steven's super immature and doesn't understand that he needs help and he needs therapy. So I hope that as he gets older that he does seek help, seek some kind of counseling. He needs a mentor, a counselor, and a therapist. All of the above. Who uses GoFundMe, but I think it promotes laziness. Yeah, I mean, I use GoFundMe to get a camera, so I can't knock anybody for using GoFundMe. Using GoFundMe for like funding like a baby, I don't know. I think Steven just needs to get a job, work, save up money until Olga gets here. Once Olga gets here, that they need to apply for WIC, food stamps, government, like get a Section 8 house until they can get on, until she can work. Like they can do all of those things. That's what they're there for. Walt said that in her last Gay Fiance, and I totally agree. That's exactly what those things are there for. It's to help you until you can get on your feet. So, who's gonna sponsor them? I don't know about the sponsor. I have no idea how he got it here. Maybe his grandma signed for him. I have no clue. Um, I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, people are donating to it. So if you find it in your heart to donate to Steven's GoFundMe, go right ahead. Baby Richie got minutes. Um, okay. Any other thoughts on Steven and Olga? We're moving right along here, chugging right along. I was like her when I was 15. Poor girl. Oh, sad. Are they coming back to the show? Like, what do you mean coming back? I don't know. I have no idea about the future of the show, the future seasons, if they're going to be on Happily Ever After. I have no idea. I know nothing of that. International 16 and pregnant. Yeah, they really are international 16 and pregnant. Like, they were almost 16. I mean, shoot, close enough. Okay, I think that's it for them. Doesn't look like anybody else has any more burning questions or thoughts. Okay. Oh, my final thoughts on them. Like I said, Olga's gonna stand by him. I think they might. I don't know. Once Olga gets to the United States, she's real cute. Now, she might meet some man who's real nice to her, and if Steven's on that BS talking crazy to her, and she slips up and meets a man who treats her like a princess, I don't know. She might be out. I give them a few years. If Steven doesn't shape up, I think Olga will leave him for a better man. Those are my thoughts. I don't want to see Paola no more. I'm done with her. Tired of Paola. Okay. Let's move on to, I guess, Eric and Leida. They were kind of boring too, so we'll move on to them. Eric and Leida. Well, actually, everybody was boring this week. As I'm like, who I've crossed off and who I have left, I'm like, Colt and Larissa. Well, Colt and Larissa were kind of, yeah, they had a little drama, and Ashley and Jay had a little drama. We'll save Colt and Larissa for last. Okay. This whole show was boring. It kind of was. So Eric and Leida, so they start off their wedding day. Leida is going to get her makeup done, and she goes and gets it done and looks fine, whatever. They go back to the place to get dressed. Eric opens up his little, those black, it's like a little case that you keep your suits in to travel with. He opens up his travel like suitcase. I don't want to call it a suitcase because I want you to think it's like a suitcase. I don't know what you call those things. It's like a hanging suit thing. You know what I'm talking about, the black things. And the jacket's in there, the shirt's in there, the tie's in there, everything's in there but his pants. Somehow the pants are not in the case with the rest of the suit. And I swear to God, y'all, I was watching this and I was like, how do the pants not get in the bag? Garment bag, thank you. How did the pants not get in the bag with the rest of the stuff? Like when you when you hang everything on the hanger and then like zip it up, like how do you not have pants? I can see if you forgot like the tie or like a pocket square, something small. But the pants, whole pants are missing and that didn't look strange to you? I don't know. You think the producers moved it? I don't know if the producers are allowed to. I mean, I know anything kind of goes on these shows, but I don't think the producers are allowed to like interfere like that. I don't think they can do that. But that would be funny if they did. But it was just weird to me that the pants came up missing. Like I don't know. But anyway, the pants are missing. We don't know where they are. He probably left them at home. I think he honestly just forgot them. I think he left them at home. I think he packed up the whole suit and just forgot his pants. I don't know how, but Eric doesn't seem like the brightest to me. So he forgot the pants. So, he goes and gets Tasha. And of course, Tasha's pissed. Not Tasha, Leida. Leida's pissed, because she wants everything to be proper. So, Leida says she packed. Oh, I don't know how that happened. I guess she forgot them then. I don't know. It's weird. Like, how the whole pair of pants disappear? I don't understand. But anyway, so he forgot the pants. So they go to a store that's like 5 minutes away from the place that they were getting married, the hotel, to get some pants. And I saw some people on Twitter who was like, why'd they both go? But I saw TLC actually tweeted and said that the reason why both of them went to go get the replacement pair of pants was because Leida didn't trust Eric to go by himself and get the correct pair of pants, which makes sense to me. Like I would have went with Eric as well because he probably would have gotten blue pants even though his suit is black and would have been like, this ain't black. It looked black to me and it's like navy blue. Like I could see him doing something stupid like that or getting like just getting something wrong. I could see him messing it up. So she went with him and I don't blame her. I probably would have went behind him too. He like a child, gotta go behind him. He could have got married in sweatpants. That's true. There was nobody there. So, but okay. So what was funny was in the previews, they tried to make that whole scene where he's like, where are they? Where are they? Seemed like he was talking about his daughters, right? But then we watched the episode. It turns out he's talking about his pants. He didn't care about, I mean, he did talk about his daughters coming, but he wasn't concerned like it made him look in the previews. He was like, are they here? Oh, they not here? Oh, okay. That's how he felt about his daughters not being his wedding. Which, I mean, I guess I see his point. He's like, well, I talked to him. I asked them, did they come? They said no. He didn't care. Like, you thought they would show Tasha one coming. I thought maybe the Tennille would come. But I knew Tasha wasn't gonna come. And then he tried to make it seem like because the baby girl, Jenica, was there. He was like, well, one of my daughters is here, so that's enough for me. I was like, somebody made her come. She 9. Somebody was like, come on, put this dress on and come. Like, she looked like she didn't want to be there. She looked miserable. Alessandro looked miserable. Both of them looked miserable. I hope they grow up and become really close friends if Eric and Leida stay together. Because they are both going through this hell together as children. And they, hope they lean on each other because that's all they got because their parents are nuts. But yeah, Jenica looked miserable. Alessandro looked miserable. Nobody was happy to be at that Holiday Inn Express that they were getting married in. They got married in one of the conference rooms on the first floor. I mean, the carpet was from 1986. It wasn't decorated nicely. It looked like a business meeting was going to occur. Leida's dress. Let's just get into this. Leida's dress. First of all, yeah, no sign of flowers. I know. Okay, let me stay focused. I'll get back to the flowers. Leida's dress. I didn't like her dress at all. But it wasn't really her dress because the dress was okay. It was just the dress wasn't right for her. She wore a mermaid style dress, but she doesn't have a mermaid shape. She doesn't have an hourglass body. Like I feel like mermaid dresses are for people with hourglass figures because it accentuates, the cinch in the waist and the hip. Like if you have that hourglass shape, a mermaid dress looks amazing on anybody with a mermaid. Leida literally has the body of SpongeBob SquarePants. The dress was too big, first of all, because it was she's okay. The dress clearly was not tailored to her body because it was only made to fit her biggest part, which is her middle. So she's very square and big in the middle, but they didn't take it in the chest. She has a very small chest area, and they didn't cinch it in. So it's just like gap. It was like a gap right here, like air, all the air at the top. It looked bad. It looked like old curtains. I felt just about in my feelings when I saw that. Yeah, it looked bad. It didn't fit. It was too big, and I don't think she got it tailored. I think she just bought it off the rack and was like, it fits. But tailoring usually comes with where you get the dress from. Like when you go to the bridal shop, don't they usually tailor it too? Like that's just an added expense with the wedding dress. I've never tried on a wedding dress, but it was, to my assumption was that when you buy a wedding dress, it comes with the fit, like the fitting. She looked pregnant. She looks pregnant in general. If you notice how she dresses, which I mean, it's not necessarily a testament to her body shape because I kind of dress like that too, like big baggy shirt and leggings, but she dresses like big, loose on the top and then leggings all the time because that's how her body shape is. She's big at the top and has little bitty legs. She's gonna look like a cow, and I don't mean to say a cow just to say she's fat. I mean she's literally going to look like a cow in the next like 10 years because she's gonna be big at the top and have little bitty legs. Okay, she should have said no to the dress. Yeah, but I mean whatever. It didn't matter. Whatever. Maybe it was rented oh no, it wasn't rented. I don't think. Okay, so let's talk about the flowers because I didn't any flowers. I don't know if they had a separate reception at another venue and that's where all the flowers were, but where was this extra $400 flowers? Because I didn't see it. Not many Davis bridals in Bugaboo. She could have got that dress from Davis though. But I did not see anything of the such that looked like the extra money that they paid for flowers. I didn't see it. It looked very plain and drab in there. Yeah. Any other thoughts about Eric and Leida? My final thoughts on this couple. So clearly Leida is just around for being in America. That's the only reason why she married Eric is because she wants to be in America to further her medical career. She will have no such thing. I think that once her medical career doesn't pan out how she wants, she's going to blame Eric for it, and then they're going to get divorced. But I think she's going to stay with him long, establish at least, and like get a green card and do all that where she can work and she can leave him self-sufficient. But she'll stay with him for a few years, I think. I give him a few years. I give him 3 to 4. I mean, she said not one nice thing about Eric on their wedding day. I didn't hear her say, I love this man. I'm so happy to be married to him. It was all like, I get to be in America now. It was like no love. They're like Kalani and Asuelu. There's no love there. Yeah, he is a bad excuse for a father. Definitely. Her confession was real. She only said how happy she was that she was in America. Exactly. She never said anything about being happy that she was marrying Eric. And we saw her intentions weeks ago, though. So that's it for them. Oh, Lord. So glad we're done with those two. Leida will reap what she sows. Yeah, he did say, he didn't care that the other daughters didn't come because he was like, I have one daughter here and that's enough. He was like, it's fine. I don't care what the other two came. 1 out of 3, good enough for Eric. Yeah, when she leaves him and his kids won't talk to him, yeah, he'll definitely understand. I think he will. Yeah. Because his relationship with his daughters is done. I don't think it will ever be the same again. All right. that's it for them. Let's move on to Ashley and Jay. So Ashley, uh, yes, I've already talked about Kalani. Sorry, you missed it. Leida's not going to be a doctor. Somebody said they would hate to deal with Leida as their doctor. Leida's not going to be. You don't have to worry about that, sweetie. She's not. She's not going to be a doctor. It's not going to happen. Nope. Medical school costs money. I don't know how you're going to get a loan. I don't know how she get a loan. Okay. Maybe her dad. I don't know. Okay. Ashley and Jay. So this episode they picked up right where they left off with Ashley and Jay in the midst of their fight. Just a quick little recap. Jay got on Tinder like the day after he got married, and Ashley called him. They basically had a long conversation about it. Jay said that he was sorry. Oh God, it was just a bunch of BS. And Jay really pissed me off because he was gaslighting Ashley so bad. I was really proud of Ashley because she stood her ground and kept telling Jay that he was wrong. She did not take responsibility, which is what you're supposed to do when somebody's trying to gaslight you. He basically tried to take the fact that he made a Tinder account the day after his wedding and was talking to women on it and tried to make it seem like, oh, if you want to leave me just because I chatted with people, all I did was chat with them. I never had sex with anybody. I never did anything. All I did was talk. But my thing is, you got caught before anything could happen. So he's just trying to run the game that everybody does when they get caught cheating and try to make it seem like it's not as bad as it actually is. Dude, you had just gotten married. There is no reason whatsoever that you should even be on a dating site talking to people planning to have sex or not. Even if let's just say you weren't planning on hooking up, having sex, doing anything physical. You just wanted to talk. That's still out of pocket for someone who just got married. For someone who's married, period. Like, if you want to talk to somebody, okay, why don't you talk to your sister in Jamaica? Why don't you talk to one of your friends from back home or somebody you met? Why does it have to be a woman on Tinder? That's who you choose to talk to because you said you were bored? BS. So luckily, Ashley seemed as if she wasn't falling for it at this point. Jay was saying that he's not leaving, that Jay get an Xbox and play Call. Yeah, like find something to do. Like if you're that bored, because and see, this is what I said was gonna happen when they first got married. Because Jay was used to it's just like Molly and Louise. Similarities are so crazy. How it is with Molly and Louise. See, what guys meet these women when they're at resorts on vacation, and they fall in love with vacation version of them. See, vacation version of them don't have no kids, don't have no work to get up and go to, no responsibilities. They are carefree. They are having fun. They want to drink. They want to party. They want to have sex all the time. They want to do this. It's the fun them. And so when you meet the fun them and you're 20 or 21, 20, you don't have the mental capacity to be like, even though I'm having fun with this woman, I know that she's not going to be like this all the time. And I need to learn to love her in every area that she's in. Vacation, when she's at home, when she's tired, when she's pissed off. Like young guys, sometimes it's hard for them to grasp that. And it's like you have to love all facets of the woman, not just the fun parts. And that's exactly what happened with Jay. It was just like Molly and Louise. Molly and Louise met on vacation. He fell in love with the fun Molly, and then he'd get back home. Oh, I gotta watch this. Oh, I gotta watch the kids. I gotta clean. He got home, and then it's like, oh, Ashley has to go to work. Ashley has to go see her kids and do things for her kids and cook and do things. And he's like, oh, I'm bored now. Yeah, because she doesn't have all her undivided attention ain't on you anymore. And that's what he was used to. Now, is it right for her to neglect him? No. So I'm not saying that she's completely innocent in this. If he's telling the truth and, she did come home and get on her phone and ignore him and never talk to him or blah, 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 then yes, she is wrong for that. Like you shouldn't do that. But at the same time, it doesn't justify you hopping on Tinder, But his defense is that he never did anything. And if it was her and all she did was talk to some people, forgive her, and he wouldn't even be mad about it. Y'all believe that? Y'all believe that if he had found somebody was FaceTiming Ashley in the middle of the night, that he would have been like, did you have sex with him? You didn't? Okay, that's cool. It's fine. It's just talking. No, nobody believes that, Jay. Nobody believes you. You're scum. You're trash. Throw the whole man away. So like later in the episode, she goes and talks to her friend Brandy, Y'all, what Brandy literally, and I tweeted this, but she legit looks like she was on Rock of Love. She looks like season one Brett Michaels Rock of Love girl who not only Rock of Love, but one of the ones who got sent home the first night. Like she is so, I don't want to say trashy, but she had on like a beach out. She had on, was it a beach? Was it a bikini? If it wasn't a bikini, it, and I don't know what's worse, wearing a bikini to a park in Pennsylvania where there is no beach, or wearing your bra and panties with a mesh cover up that your bra and panties are visible. They're both terrible, whichever it was. But there was, why did you feel the need to put that on? I think she might have stripped it at some point in time. Yeah, yeah. That whole song about what happened with Jay, and she's acting surprised. I don't know, whatever. I mean, that's basically it. Ashley and Jay, you know, Jay doesn't want to admit fault. I mean, he kind of did, but he didn't. He said that he didn't have, just wanted to talk. That's all, because he was bored. And he says that Ashley should forgive him because he didn't do anything. Ashley's saying that she wants him to go, that this was a mistake. He's saying that he will not leave. She's going to have to get the police in there to make him leave. That's basically it. My final thoughts on this couple, I think that Ashley will forgive Jay and take him back. I don't think they're going to stay together, but I don't think she's done. I think I said this last week, but she's not done. She's going to take him back. He's going to somehow weasel. I think that the whole being responsible for him for 10 years is like really weighing heavily on Ashley, because she is like, I can't get rid of him. I'm responsible for him. And it's like, girl, you can still send him home. Like, he can still go back home. Being responsible for him 10 years doesn't mean y'all have to be married and he has to live with you. So the D is powerful. She will be back. Probably. Um, Leida looks like a tube of toothpaste. Any other thoughts on Ashley and Jay? I mean, any questions about what I think about something before I move on? Did you hear how she described the girl from Oh, yeah, yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that. I did. See, this is why it's good to do lives, because you guys remind me of things I forget. Yeah, so she described the girl on Tinder as being like nothing like me. The girl was apparently like overweight or slightly overweight. And then super young. She was like, and she's 18 years old. And I'm like, Jay's 20. So I'm like, who should he be talking to? Like, he should be talking to 18-year-olds, not your 31-year-old behind. Like, yeah, he should be talking to 18-year-olds. That's in his age range. Ashley said it as if it was like so strange, like, and she's 18. Okay, he not 31 like you. He 20. So I think he liked the 18-year-old because she wasn't doing nothing like him. She wasn't doing nothing all day. She had all day to talk to him and stuff like that. And you're a grown woman who has kids and responsibilities, have all day to kiss Jay's behind. So said Jay ain't going nowhere. I agree. Our countries wanted to get married. I think they should have been married to someone from their own country before these women meet them. I can't say yes or no on that. Yeah. Okay. Anything else that I may have forgotten, or any other questions about like what do I think about XYZ? I think I did hear like in the Twitterverse or somewhere that well, we know that Ashley has, oh, I don't know if you know, but Ashley has lupus. And she had like a big like health scare like right around Christmas, and apparently Jay was with her on Christmas when she was in the hospital. So I don't know that that means that they're back together, but he was with her in the hospital. But I don't think he's going anywhere after a little while. Okay, I think I'm done. Yeah, I don't think Jay's going anywhere. I think now he's not staying forever. I think she will finally get tired of him, but he cheating is in him. That's a character, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. Trying to see the comments again. Okay, so I think that's it for Ashley and Jay. We only have one couple left. It's Colt and Larissa. Okay, so it's Colt and Larissa's wedding day, and let's just begin with, oh yeah, Jay did start a GoFundMe as well. I did see that. It was like just to help him stay in America or something like that. Okay. Colt and Larissa. So let's just start with like them getting ready for their wedding day. Colt getting ready in particular. This man, I almost don't have any words. Like Colt is the strangest man I think I've ever seen. He, first of all, put on like the shirt, his button down, and like tried it on in the mirror and was like turning at all different angles. And did y'all see the toe point? He like pointed his toe out to the side, and he was I mean, he looked like a QVC model. He did the 5-point turn. Here, there, point the toe. Okay, all right, button the shirt. I was like, Colt, get dressed. Like, what man stands in the mirror that long? Like, put your shirt on, put your pants on for the love of God so we can stop seeing those knees, those hips, and all of that. So he gets suit on. Debbie comes in there. Debbie has on just a regular old pink shirt, like it's a regular old Saturday afternoon. She threw some like necklaces on with it to make it look fancy, I suppose. She looked basic, regular, but it's Debbie, so I don't expect Debbie to look any nicer than normal. Colt does not have a man's body. Let's just be real. Colt has a full like double D and hips. He has an hourglass figure, and so therefore the suit did not fit him because suits are cut for men. Men in general. Now I know this is not every man. Men in general are cut with a broad shoulder that goes down in a tri. Like this is the general shape of a man. They have smaller waists, broader shoulders. That's their waist. Their waist to hip ratio is, or waist to don't have hips. Well, Colt does. Their shoulder to hip ratios, typically shoulders are much wider than the waist. Colt does not look like that. He has a hourglass figure, so that's why his boots and his pants and stuff are always tight at the bottom. That's why he always has the muffin top. Excuse me. He has the muffin top. Nothing ever fits him because the clothes just aren't cut for his body type. He needs to go get clothes that are way too big and then get them tailor cut to his body or they will never fit. The suit looked terrible. It was ill-fitting. So they get to the wedding. Larissa got confirmed in my mind that the whole wedding dress shopping scene that they did when they went to the bridal shop was for the show. That was strictly for TLC. Colt and Debbie and Larissa all knew that she was not going to purchase a dress from that place. They knew when they went. I think the show just was like, look, we have to have a dress trying on scene, so pick a shop and we'll go there. She got a dress from Goodwill, which let me just say, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. I mean, hey, some Goodwill has some nice stuff. Now, I could kind of tell the dress was from Goodwill because the style was just outdated. It looked like it was from the early 2000s, but she looked gorgeous. And if she got the dress from Goodwill and she got it professionally cleaned, then all is good in the neighborhood. I'm not gonna knock it. Like I said before, my main problem with Colt and the whole cheap. I don't mind Colt being cheap. I mind the deception behind it. Like he lied to Larissa and told her he was gonna be balling out when she got here, and then she got here expecting to be balled on, and he did no such thing. That's the thing I don't like. If he was just cheap and upfront with it and was like, yeah, I'm on a budget, and she was like, okay, cool, I don't mind that, and then she complained about him being cheap, I'd be like, well, he told you he was cheap. So I just don't like that he deceived her. But she looked good. She looked better than Fernanda and Leida in that Goodwill dress. So I'm not even gonna knock the Goodwill. I know I shop there, so I'm not gonna knock it. As much as I don't like Larissa, she looked beautiful. He got her a limo, and she was so excited when that limo had. I think that was the first time she had ridden in a car with air conditioning since she's gotten to America. I don't think she's ridden in a car not one time with air, except for when they went car shopping that one time. So she was ecstatic, and I think Colt just gave her something. I mean, he better get the dress from Goodwill, so he wanted to give her something nice, so he got her the limo. So she's excited about the air conditioning. She's a beautiful woman. Colt makes me sick. Yeah. I mean, makes you sick like his behavior, or makes you sick like his body makes you? His body makes me sick more than I think his behavior. But Yeah, Larissa got to ride in full air seat all the way to the chapel. The chapel was beautiful. I actually liked the chapel. It was like a Vegas wedding chapel, but it was like a classy one. It was kind of upscale. It was really pretty. What else was about the chapel? I don't know. It was nice. I loved it. It was beautiful. There was nobody there, which I knew nobody was going to be there. See, that was the thing that got me when Colt was talking about we got to pay for a wedding. We got to pay for this. We got to pay. I was like, Colt, nobody's coming. Have the wedding in the backyard. He was crying about money the whole season, and I'm like, I don't understand why for a wedding you can have the wedding at home. It doesn't matter. There's going to be 6 people there, and that's exactly what happened. There were 6 people there. His cousin John did show up, even though Larissa told him when they had their big blowout argument that he's not invited to the wedding. He still came anyway. I saw a lot of people who were up in arms about him having his company shirt on and he didn't dress up. But I'm like, nobody dressed up, whatever. Colt asked Debbie to walk him down the aisle, and she did, which was fitting. I mean, they're a couple. His dad's not alive. I mean, most men just stand up at the altar, but Colt and Debbie have a weird relationship, and to me, her walking him down the aisle just made sense. They look like a lesbian couple. They look like a lesbian couple. They look like they were walking down the aisle to their same-sex wedding. They look like because it's like Colt is just feminine looking enough and Debbie is just masculine looking enough that they both look like lesbians. And that's no shade, no tea to any lesbians out there. No, none. No shade. But they did. They look like a lesbian couple. Um, so, Colt asked his mama to walk him down the aisle, which I'm like, okay, whatever. Y'all love each other. I'm surprised, Debbie didn't just stand there at the altar with them as they got married. Should have married all 3 of them, have just a triple wedding. Larissa came down the aisle and she looked like they tried to like make it suspenseful, like she was going to go about John being there, but she said she was just going to be cool. It was her wedding day. She wasn't going to make a big fuss about it. And she didn't. John came and they, whatever. She didn't care that he was there. They got married. It was a short ceremony. It was cute, whatever. I don't know that could ruin Larissa's chances at a green card, could ruin their lives. So basically what happened? All right, so boom. Larissa and Colt were having a bad argument, like a terrible argument, yelling and screaming. Larissa was going ham. Colt, like every other white person, when stuff starts to pop off, got scared and decided to call the police. Okay, no tea, no shade, but white people know y'all calling the police when anything happens. Okay, y'all gonna call the police. They're gonna show up. They're gonna defuse the situation, right? And then everybody gets to go home. That's what Colt thought. But in this case, it went left, just like most of the time it goes left when the police get called. And Larissa ended up getting arrested. She was in jail for 48 hours, I think. And this is not the time that we heard about when everything was happening. This is the first time she got arrested. So the time that I think she's gotten arrested twice, 2 different times. So that was the first time. The second time was when Debbie went to New York to do the 90-day live. And what else happened? I don't think Debbie was there for that. Or she was there, but then she left. Maybe. I don't know. Larissa's been arrested more than once, at least twice. So Colt said he didn't think that it would be that big of a deal, and he said he wasn't going to press charges. The state of Nevada is pressing charges against Larissa. So Larissa had to be out. I don't know what she did, but for the state, because most of the time in domestic disputes, they ask you, do you want to press charges? If you say no, that's it. Pay the bail, person's released, that's it, it's over with. But if the state is deciding to press charges, or the city, I don't know if it's the state or the city, I can't remember. But if the state or the city is deciding to press charges against her and Colt declined pressing charges against her, that to me tells me that she did something else, like more than just him and her arguing. Like, I don't know if she hit a police officer. I don't know if she damaged some city property or what she did. But Larissa is nuts. I thought that long time ago. Larissa is nuts. She's not all there. I don't trust her judgment. I think that she's crazy. Colt gets exactly what he gets with her. I mean, it's like he wants this, he wants the bombshell. She said herself, he wants like the sex he wants sex all the time. And he picked a crazy one. She picked a cheap American who was lying and she got tricked, and he picked a crazy Brazilian. And I'm like, y'all get what y'all get. Like, that's when you tricking, Shoot, that's what should have just been honest. But yeah, I mean, I don't understand. So I don't know how this is going to play into her actual green card because when they apply for that, like I don't think it looks good for them to have like arrests on their record, especially arrests here in America. I mean, arrests over there is bad too. Rachel, John can't over here either. So I don't know what's gonna happen with Larissa's green card. He has to be transitioning. I don't think he is. I don't think he's transitioning. I really think he has a hormone imbalance though, for real. Um, but yeah, so call the police on his wife, which to me is like that's such a punk move. Like, I mean, unless she like is your life is really in danger, like she had a knife and it's like coming at you with it. But anything less than that, or like a gun, she about to shoot you. Like, I feel like that's not what happened. I feel like she's probably just like throwing stuff or something. I would have just left if I was Colt. I would have left. I would have got in my car and drove off and left and let her cool down and come back a few hours later. Hopefully she'd be calm again. Any other comments on Colt and Larissa? So my final thoughts for this couple. Yeah, Larissa's gonna get tired of Colt. Larissa's gonna get tired of Colt micromanaging her, not letting her spend money how she wants. She wanted to live a luxurious life in America. She's not. And also there are, I mean, this is kind of a spoiler, but Colt supposedly has been cheating on her multiple times with like different women, like sending inappropriate videos and pictures in their DMs. Um, yeah, I don't know who these women are that he's talking to, but apparently he's getting a lot of action since he's been on the show. Larissa says he likes attention from women. I think it's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much, and I'm just shocked that the cats were not the big thing with them this whole season. Like you remember when the cats was the big thing that Colt had going. You remember that? You remember that simple time back to episode 1 or 2 when the craziest thing about Colt was that he had 3 cats that he put dresses on and fed from his mouth. You remember that? I remember that. That was a simple time. And now it's like now Colt is like sending dick pics to women and cheating and calling the police on people and it's wild. It's just wild. I pray nobody sends me any. Yeah, me too. That is not a penis that I want to see. But yeah, like I said, my final thoughts for this couple is I think Larissa is going to get tired of him. It's going to get old. She's either going to go back home, which she has kids that she left in Brazil. I think she needs to go back home. That's my biggest issue with Larissa. I've never talked about this on the show because it had nothing to do with the show. They didn't talk about it on the show, so I never talked about it. But Larissa does have children that she abandoned. Not abandoned. I mean, they're with their fathers, not like in a shelter. I mean, they're okay, but she left the kids with their father and does not raise them, and that bothers me. So I don't like her. So that rubs me the wrong way. I don't like Larissa. I know y'all love her, and y'all have that right to love her, but I don't like her at all. Um, yeah, she definitely has mental issues. Definitely, Larissa is. She fits the stereotype when they say that Latin women are crazy, and I know not all Latin women are crazy. That's why it's a stereotype, but she fits that stereotype. If nobody else does. Um, that's everybody. I'm out of couples. So my overall thoughts on this season. I'm tired. I've said this like every single recap. Um, I, I, I wish that the couples weren't on social media because it them being on social media is fine if they just like want to post a picture or something like that. But when they start spoiling things or like we see them fighting with each other or we see like things that hint to things we haven't seen in the show yet, that ruins it for me. I don't want to see them talk. I don't want to see them while the show's airing. Just let me watch the show. I don't want to see y'all arguing with each other. I don't want to see y'all saying every time an episode ends, well, he didn't really mean what he said last time. I don't want to hear that. Let me watch the show. Okay. Kalani defending her family up and down, talking about the show to make them look terrible people. Don't put that on TLC. That's y'all. Like I ain't like all that and too much. I think sign something where they don't get on social media while the show's airing, and then as soon as the show airs, say all your piece and defend yourself all you want. Kind of like with the first season of Love After Lockup. So you remember all that stuff was going on with Jonna and Garrett. I don't know if you guys watch Love After Lockup, but there was a couple on there named Jonna and Garrett. They were broken up. Like while the show was airing, they were no longer together, and there was a bunch of drama going on with him and some other girl. She never got on there really and disclosed their relationship, that they were broken up or anything. She waited until the last episode aired, and then she gave everybody all the tea. Like that's what I like. Like, let me watch the show, and then she would literally be on her Instagram and be like, as soon as it finishes, I'm gonna let you know what's going on with me and him, and that's it. Like, I think that's what you should do. Like, keep your mouth shut. And I mean, you're on TV. People gonna rip you to shreds. Like, they're too thin skinned. It's like they can't handle people ripping them apart in one episode. So they have to get on their computer and be like, "Well, TLC edited it to make me look like." You're on TV, okay? You're a grown person who signed up to be on this show. Be on the show. You already know they're gonna edit things to look a certain way, to look differently. Don't try to act like you don't know how reality TV works. Okay, reality TV has been out too long for people to act brand new all of a sudden. So just let them air it, take it, or close your accounts down while it's airing, and then after you can come back and defend yourself. That's what I think they should do. This cast was wild. This is probably the wildest cast just as a whole that I've ever seen. And I'm tired. But yeah, that's it. So we got the tell all. The tell all next week actually looks better than the show. Like the previews, I don't know if it's just the previews. Sometimes they cut the previews to look like super dramatic, and then when you watch it, you be like, I ain't even talk about nothing. So, but the tell all from the previews looks like it's gonna be good. Like, I feel like I'm gonna enjoy the tell all more than I did watching the actual episodes. But yeah. Eric is fighting with Auntie. Really? Who's fighting with Auntie? She's so friendly. Like, I didn't think Auntie fought with anybody. Did I see what Aisha built up to it? Yeah. I hope that the tell-all is as good as it. I'm gonna be real disappointed if it's not. I'm gonna be hurt. But if it's not, I mean, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not. Gucci Mane mouth. She does have a very wide set. A lot of people have a mouth like that. Auntie's been reading the filth. I haven't been watching Auntie lately. Thank you. Good luck on my finals. Oh. I think Eric was beefing with a lot of people, though, because people were sending them death threats. I'm like, first of all, it's 2018. Who sends death threats? Like, I know none of y'all were doing that because y'all are good people, but it's just too much. Like, I'm going to talk about you. I'm going to say what I think, but I'm not going to go out of my way to, like, write mean comments under your posts or send you a death threat. So that's why they don't need to be on social media. And then they acted a fool. He getting guns out and all kind of foolishness. Who look like Jordan Sparks? Fernanda? Do you know what Jordan? Have you seen Jordan Sparks ever? I don't think you've seen Jordan Sparks. I think you just think in your head what you think Jordan Sparks looks like. People send death threats because they can do anything from behind a computer. That's all. That's all it is. I can do a lot of things on my computer that I would never do to their face. It's just easy. What other shows do I recap? Love After Lockup right now, and that is it. Oh, so since we're at the end of the recap, I'm just going to give you some like good news, some things. So it's a new year, it's 2019, and there's going to be so many things that I have in mind for this channel coming up this year. My school load is going to go down considerably, which is amazing because that means I'll have more time to devote to this channel. And I have so many amazing things in mind that I want to do. I definitely want to recap more shows. So that's definitely getting added to the list. Some things that I have in mind, like Marriage Boot Camp. I don't know if Braxton Family Values is going to continue airing, but if they do, might do that one. What's another show that I really like watching? Probably not the Love and Hip Hops, just because that's too much. But definitely like Marriage Boot Camp, maybe Housewives of Atlanta, Braxton's. What else? What other reality shows do I watch? I don't know. You guys can send me suggestions. Another thing that I want to do is like where you ask, Married at First Sight. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Married at First Sight. Yeah. But that like comes out like I think it started this week, didn't it? So I probably will miss Married at First Sight for this year because it's I don't want to come in the middle. I think it's already aired. Extreme Love. Oh, Married to Medicine. That's a good suggestion. Yeah. So just more shows, definitely. Um, and then I also want to do like maybe like a question answer segment because I know a lot of people like I might just start like an email account where you guys can email me questions and hear my thoughts on different things. It could be stuff going on in your personal life, of course. I wouldn't say any names. It could be things going on in pop culture. It could be politics. It could be whatever, like a Ask Nikki type videos. I want to do something like that. Yeah, and then like get ready with me's. Um, uh, I know people have asked me tons of times before, like, what's my skincare routine? What's my makeup, hair, all that kind of stuff. So I definitely have so many plans for 2019. I definitely want to broaden my channel, um, and cater to the things that you guys want to see. So if you think of something, just drop it in the comments and let me know, um, what you want to hear me talk about. But it'll definitely be probably in the spring. So I would think like around March, April-ish. But yeah, definitely doing a lot more with this channel. And then the last thing before I go, I had the amazing pleasure of being on my friend Erin Martin's podcast this week. It's called Pink Shade with Erin Martin. I've been on her podcast 2 or 3 times before. I can't remember, but if you guys have ever heard me talk about her, it's the same one. Pink Shade. It's available everywhere that podcasts are available: Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher. What's the other ones? I don't know. I usually listen to her on Spotify just because I have an Android, so I do Spotify. But if you have iTunes, you can just look her up. Pink Shade with Erin Martin. It is episode 78. You'll see my name there. You'll see my link to my channel, everything. You'll know it's me. But yeah, we talk about 90 days love after lockup, and we just had an amazing time. And she's a good friend of mine, a distance friend. We met through Twitter, and her podcast is amazing. She also has, if you guys like cult and true crime, she also does a cult podcast. I think it's called Pink Shade. It might not be Pink Shade, but if you look at her name, you'll see it. It has the same picture. It's just like black and gray. And she talks about cults because she was actually born in a cult, which I think is really interesting. Lived in a cult like the first 5 years of her life, and then her parents got out of it. But yeah, so yeah, I was on that podcast this week. I was so honored to be her guest for the week because she does like celebrity. I mean, she's on Jenny McCarthy's XM radio show every single Friday, and she's had Jenny McCarthy and her husband on her show. She's interviewed Michelle Collins, who does the 90 Day Live host. She's done lots of like famous people. She's interviewed Paul from 90 Day Fiance, so you can go back in her archive, and it's a 2-part interview that she did with Paul, like Paul and Karani. And you can get his scoop on their lives and what's going on with them. She's interviewed some other people from 90 Day and such. She's a big housewives person, so if you're a housewife person and you like listening to podcasts, go ahead and check her out. But yeah, I think that's it. Her name is Erin Martin, ErinMartin, and her podcast is called Pink Shade. Pink like the color pink, and shade like no tea, no shade. When will you do Love After Lockup recap? Probably Saturday night or Sunday. Saturday night or Sunday. Love After Lockup. Love After Lockup airs Friday nights, WeTV at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Okay. Any other questions about the channel or 90 Day season finale or anything else before I head out? I gotta get back to studying. Ugh. Ugh. I'm like trying to drag this out because I don't want to go back. It's like when you're like, anybody else have anything to say? Anybody else want to talk about something? I'm avoiding my office. Oh, Ace is good. He's asleep. Thank you for asking. I sure forgot about him. He's okay. Oh. Let's get the camera. Oh, you guys can't see him. There's AC. It's been peaceful. Oh, here it is. Can you say hello? You're not gonna say hello? Ace. Ace. like, no. Ace, people wanna say hey to you. They wanna know how you're doing. There he is. Oh, sleepy baby. How pissed are you at me right now for waking you up? I'm sorry. Y'all see his face? He is pissed. Sleepy baby. Okay, go back to sleep, buddy. He hates when I wake him up. Thanks for asking. You guys, he is my silent partner. We're like Jay and Silent Bob. Um, yeah, have fun with finals. No finals. Well, it's not technically finals. It's a qualifying exam, but it's not going to be fun. I've just accepted the fact that that preparing for it and taking it will not be fun, but it has to be done. That's what I keep telling myself. It must be done. Must be done. It must be done. Must be done. It's not going to be fun. I'm not going to enjoy it, but it must be done. And no, he's looking for me to stop bothering him so he can go back to sleep. He went immediately back to sleep. I know. I thank you guys. You're all the best. How does everyone feel about the B2K concerts? Excited. I want to go. I hope they come to somewhere near Birmingham. I'm a product of that's my generation. So yeah, I think it's great. I want to go. My sister went to the Escape when Escape did their tour. My sister went because that's my sister's older, just a little bit older. So Escape, I knew Escape too, but it wasn't like she was like in high school with Escape, and I was like not really young. So that was her generation. So I'm like, I feel like my generation has something now. Yeah. Anything else before we say goodnight? They aren't coming to Canada at all. Oh no! I wonder why not. Canada's like they should have went to Canada. So close. Yeah, I heard everybody's supposed to wear like jersey dresses and like what else did we wear back then? Like tennis shoes with the socks with the little balls on the back. And like just everything that we wore in like 2002. Went to Scream Tour in 2001 and now they don't know Canada. Oh. They aren't coming to Florida? It must be a really small tour. I haven't checked the cities or anything. So if they're not coming to Florida, not even Miami? Oh, I can't believe that. Wait, does FLA stand for something else or am I tripping? Yes, I have been to Canada. I've been to Vancouver twice. And that's the only. I'm not too young for Jodeci. I know all about Jodeci. I know about Casey and JoJo. Yeah, I've been to I've been to Vancouver twice, and I love it there. It's the only city in Canada that I've been to though, but I love it. It's amazing. Every time I go, I'm like, I want to live here. All right. Anything else? Come to Montreal. Don't they speak French in Montreal? Or is that Quebec City? It's one of those cities where they don't speak like nothing's in English. Is that Quebec City or is it Montreal? Because I do not speak French like at all. Not even a little bit. Like, oui. That's about it. Toronto. Maybe Toronto, yeah. They speak both. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, I think this is going to be my year. I might get married this year. Maybe I'll get engaged this year and get married in 2020. So it's been an hour. It's been over an hour, so that means it's after 9 p.m. And yeah, I need to eat dinner and finish studying. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your lovely comments. Thanks for interacting with me, chatting it up with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to like this video before you head out and do whatever it is you need to do. And I'll see you guys in the Love After Lockup, which will more than likely be live as well. I might do a recorded, but like I said in the beginning, I'm studying like around like all my waking hours are studying, and editing is just something that I don't have time for. So live it is. Okay. That's it. So good night, everybody. See you in the next one.